Stonehenge is a fascinating place, and it goes to show how important stonework was and how sophisticated communities came together and emerged from the forests. We work really hard here in the studio, and I think it's really important as creative people to down the tools every now and again and take some time out as not to get creative burnout. Harry, put your tools down. We're going on a road trip. Yeah. Finally made it. Yes. A little bit of a distraction on the way. Egypt, Sumerians, always the one. Always interesting. I am fascinated by history, especially the part that craftsmanship and art play in it. The nature of our business here is in handmade craft, and other than the last 20 years, things haven't changed that much. We still use a lot of tools and techniques that have been utilised by artisans from around the world for hundreds, if not thousands of years. When I look at an old handmade object, I feel an affinity with it. Like any craftsman, when you make something, you have a really intimate relationship with it. You know every solder seam, every surface, and every blemish, every little part. I think of some guy, not too different from me and Harry, toiling away for hours on end over every last little detail. After the necessary objects like tools and weapons came the jewellery. First you would have had things like whalebone hairpins, as a necessity of course, but then would have come the teeth and the bone jewellery, given to hunters as mementos and status symbols. From there arose the tradition of gifting jewellery. When we discovered how to manipulate metal, how to melt it down and bend it to our own will, we left the stonework behind, and the bronzesmiths and the goldsmiths acquired magical status around 4,500 years ago. These closely guarded secret technologies led to new tools that revolutionized other crafts like carpentry and boat building. Once gold was turned into jewellery and other cult objects, the power of the sun was now portable and could be carried with the wearer. Whereas previously, these powers would have been obtained by visiting monolithic monuments and places like Stonehenge at specific times of the year to worship the sun. It would have been a bit like going from a static phone box to a mobile phone. Game changer. Take a look at these lunar or little moon necklaces. Each one is handmade and engraved by a single individual, and possibly all made by the same individual. I love that. hammered into the shape of a crescent moon. The edges are engraved and the center is highly polished to reflect light and imitate the sun. And just check these out. Do you know what they are? Yeah, to wear these ear spools, your earlobes would have had to have been stretched over a long period of time. For me, jewellery is all about symbolism. The sun, horse and boat were really important motifs in Scandinavia. And in this piece, you can see regeneration and rebirth symbolised by spirals and the sun. Symbolism even made it into everyday objects, like these razors and tweezers. This necklace was buried with a very important man in the Wylye Valley in the south of England. He was a metal worker and was probably regarded as a seer. Just take a look at these beautiful gold collars and bracelets. Nowadays we pull gold down through a draw plate by hand or with a machine to make wire. But these expert goldsmiths would have hammered the gold into shape. I was really excited to get up so close and personal with some of these pieces. Take this huge collar, shoulder piece. Absolutely awesome to see the inside and to see how the repoussé work and all the chasing was done.
What do you think, Harry?
Speechless, man.
It's pretty good, wasn't it?
Impressive stuff.
It's pretty good, man. There was a lot more there than I thought there was going to be. I didn't think there'd be any jewellery.
No, I'm not surprised. There was quite a bit of jewellery to see. It's nice.
Yes, it's crazy to think all those thousands of years ago there was a couple of blokes
Yeah.
like me and you tapping away at bits of metal.
Gives us some ideas, you know?
So I hope you enjoyed our little excursion. If you've got the time, I definitely recommend checking out the Stonehenge exhibition. It's at the British Museum and there is absolutely loads of stuff there that I wasn't expecting. It's not just based around Stonehenge. There's bits and pieces from all over Europe and there's a ton of jewellery, which is and a lot of metalwork, which I wasn't really expecting. So definitely get yourself down now. In the meantime, it's back to work, back to the grind. I'll see you in the next video for everything diamonds, jewellery and gems.